A very good morning, members across India, I would say, more specifically South India. I have with me Roopa Venkatesh, who's a chartered accountant, first of all, but she's much more than that. A trainer, a motivator. She's a founder of an organization called T8, which is a research and development center. She's also an author. And I see that she's also into my area of empowerment quite a lot. She has overcome some major challenges, which I would say that people like us who have not done, like cancer itself, liver transplant. And you look at her, as beautiful as ever, as I would say, nothing can stop her. And that is one defining factor, I would say. If I can say Rupa is a courageous, accomplished professional, that would be the least. Today we are doing a small, what I would say, a small chat, and Rupa is going to moderate it. She's going to ask the questions, and I will try my best to answer them. Over to you, Rupa.
Yeah. Hi, and first of all, thanks for those nice words. Makes me feel a little more accomplished than I believe
No,
I
no, you
am.
are.
But yes, it's nice. It's been a battle. Like I love to say, you've been through hell, you have a tale to tell. But today, I think what's important is you called me a professional, and I want to understand, or rather, want to chat about this idea that what is the status of professional women in today's world? Where do you see them? How do you see them?
One of the aspects in, especially in CA, is that I think the numbers have increased substantially. The entry of women into CA is now almost equal to the men. Earlier, when I started my articles, we would have 1:20 or something. But now it is, I think, 4 out of 10 women are entering. And one more important aspect which I have been seeing is that women are able to rise faster in today's world. And over a period of time, I also feel that the differentiation which used to be there in the starting has almost closed. If I look at my office itself, there is absolutely no difference in salaries, no difference in promotions, opportunities to become partner. We have two women who are really valuable partners of our firm, and we have one or two in the pipeline too, who are going to become partners in the next few years. I think as long as we do not differentiate in the training and development of women, they are keen to learn. And in fact, I think they may be a bit better off than men in listening. I think men have a problem in listening. I also find I have some small problems there. So I think if we listen a bit more, we can see a better firm to have women leaders in the firm. I also think that all is required is just a level playing field. We don't have to give them any better, reservation. In fact, I think reservation should not be there for women. They should have the same opportunity, and they'll flourish as we have seen. Independence has to be given. I see sometimes there is still a little of speaking down to women when groups are there. I think that is something men need to get sensitized about. They know maybe it is also that they know that women are maybe a bit superior also as far as normal professional work is concerned. One thing is for sure, the loyalty of women is much higher than the men. I don't know whether that is true or it's only in our organization, but I found that always marked a little higher. Maybe we boys are a little more distracted, etc. I don't know. Sometimes, of course, there are times when there are real issues, realities, ground realities of getting married. If I'm looking at a profession, so the people in the organization, I'm talking about the professional firm, they think, what if she gets married? We are grooming her to be a partner. She'll get married. She'll go somewhere else. I always say that, okay, it's good. Wherever she goes, we can set a branch up. And we have done that in a couple of places. In Indore, we have one girl whose father was a little more protective in the COVID days. Instead of losing that girl, we put up a branch in Indore, and she's handling it as of now. One more thing I think is important is reality. Women need not leave the profession when they take up the responsibility of having a family. We had this also. We had our present partner, Shilpi Jain. When she wanted to have kids, she took a break. She said, no, no, I will take a break. I will go. But we said, your position is open. We kept her involved in the learning initiatives, etc. And Shilpi is a wonderful partner. She has all the qualities of a fantastic professional plus plus. This is what I felt. Especially her ethical stands are really very good. One more thing, I think what status is there is, as long as we uh, genuinely see that we don't discriminate at the time of taking, at the time when people are being absorbed into the firm, maybe we can focus a bit more on the women, in the sense that they are always far better. If we look at 20 CA candidates who come to our office, and okay, who are the best in this lot, maybe the top the ladies will be much better than the boys as far as the evaluation is concerned. So why not take them and provide something? So we have also done that with many. There was a girl in our office called Lakshmi. She had joined the front office, came from a very poor background. Unfortunate father had passed away. Mother was very sick, living in a slum at that time. In 8 years' time, she was a chartered accountant and she was a partner of our firm. GK Lakshmi.
Very nice.
You can see YouTube how she speaks. You can't imagine that she had such a humble background. So I don't know. I might have spent a bit more time than necessary on that answer.
But you made some very good points. One, of course, I agree completely that sensitization of the men is very, very important. And that I think should start at a very young age from families, in society, in community. At an individual level, if we start this process, I think very soon, maybe within one generation, we will be in a position where equality is not a word which we should be using. We are all born equal. Yes, when women may have a certain set of traits which are more dominant. I won't even say that only women have those traits, but yeah, you're right about that. We need to sensitize. The other thing which I liked is, and I also strongly believe that finally, what does freedom or equality or equity mean? It only means that you're giving a level playing field both for the men and the women. And I don't think you're absolutely right. I don't think any woman, any professional would say, I want reservation or I want special treatment or I want something. They are qualified professionals. They are happy to compete in whatever form is required. So I don't think any woman professional would want something special. All she wants is an equal treatment, which sometimes, unfortunately, is missing. But I'm so glad that in your firm you can actually quote examples of where women are being given the opportunities and all that. Another question which I have, which sometimes is quite a challenge, and I wonder who and how many can address it. The question I have is, it is undeniable that women will take off to maybe start a family or maybe attend to sick people in the family. Mother is ill, mother-in-law is ill. Somebody has to look after the person. So many times most times rather, it is the woman who will take this one. But does that mean her career is over? Does that mean that she can't get back to her profession. How can society and organizations and maybe even the institute help such people? This, I think, is a real need. We need to look at it. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think institute can do or professionals can do?
See, I think there's very small tweaking in the way of working. In such cases, not in all cases, we can provide the flexible working hours. That is one possibility. She doesn't have to lose at all. It's not that she's going to take care of the mother-in-law or children 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So we can provide flexible working hours. What we had done, I remember once one of our girls went to Kolhapur. Uh, from Hyderabad, she went. So we continued to ask her to draft the replies to show cause notice, etc. And then she also used to do some research work for us, write articles on subjects because she had already learned indirect taxes at that time, service tax. So she would write articles, which then would be, possibly finalized by some partners. And when and if she does go to any of her locations, she will seamlessly get back into the office. Presently, she's working part time. She is quite happy with it. And she's also working for a firm in Kolhapur now. Yeah, and she's heading the indirect tax. So it's a nice way of, seeing that even when they have some time when they cannot come to the office, if we give flexible hours or work from home options or give them project based work, deliverable based work, they'll also be happy. And I think it's very important because sometimes I feel that the pride I have in my work is that which keeps me going. And when it goes away from a lady, if she's away from it, excluded, then it's a problem. We should include her. Then talking about inclusion, I think skill development and things like this are forte of women. If I really look at it, teaching like you are a great teacher, motivator, and a teacher. And that is something you can do anywhere. You don't have to come to a particular location. You can teach internationally. And I think you do. You do
Yes,
take
right.
international programs. So
Yeah.
somebody like you can be a big motivator for them. I think these are the things which can be there. Uh, think tank, inclusion in the think tank I found is very useful. Women come with, thoughts which sometimes we don't get. Maybe it's the way we have been conditioned as men, but women always come with some thoughts which at the offset, when they say it, it doesn't appear to be a great thing. But then if we listen to them, this is one more problem. Sometimes we don't listen. And to women, we listen a bit less. Maybe that is something which, if we improve, it will be better off for women.
I was also thinking that when women go away from the workplace, so to speak, take a break, maybe take a break of a year and a half, getting back, especially into our profession, which is driven by laws which constantly keep being amended or changed. There are circulars, there are all kinds of updates available. Wouldn't it be great if we could have like a bridging uh, course, maybe? That would like really, so for example, let's say I've taken a break, I come back and I find that maybe there are some changes in the income tax laws or the company law or whatever area of practice it is. I will become very diffident. So
I
if
know.
there is a short-term course, you know, maybe we can call it a bridge course or something, I don't know.
I know.
Do you think that would work?
100% will work. In fact, we have done some things like that, refresher courses.
Mm-hmm.
We have done only in two areas, that is income tax and indirect tax. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but I think if the ICI can play a very big role here, and
Yeah.
today it doesn't have to be repeated, it doesn't have to be live. It can be a well thought of course with questions in between, facility to ask questions which will be answered online. Maybe a day or two, the answers will come from the speaker itself. We had done this for in GST, and it was a very big success. I remember, in fact, a lady from Mysore itself. You may know her since you're in Mysore, Annapurna Shrikant.
Yeah, yeah, I do know her.
So
Yeah.
I remember in 2018, she wrote to me, why are you differentiating the rural chartered accountants. We can't come to Bangalore. We have kids and all that. And I said it's a good idea. And we had an online course, and more than 3,000 chartered accountants attended those courses over a period of time. We had a limit, each course not more than 50 or 80, I think. But we were able to do the entire course. It's not a small course, 7, 8 days, 5 hours a day. And then there was an exam and all. But something similar to that certainly can be done by the ICI. And maybe it can be one idea which was there, maybe was that women understand what women need a bit better than men understand. So maybe the course should be also designed and all by the women. And of course, we also can support in the teaching part of it. It should be for the women, by the women. Then it becomes a little more acceptable also by the women, I think.
Yeah, I think such a course would really be valuable because I myself have faced this because when I took off, I struggled when I came back. And I felt that the law has left me behind. And I mean, I don't know as much as one of my colleagues. So I was shaken. It took me a while to get back. So
I think mentoring also, Roopa, sorry to
yeah,
interrupt. One thought which came in as you spoke was, see, the mentoring plays a very big role. In fact, I say that our firm did not do well because I was a genius and all that. I was a very ordinary chartered accountant who took some time to pass, took some time to get on my feet itself. Only after 40, you would have seen me, doing many things which were probably the right things. But one of the aspects which we took up in our firm was coaching and mentoring. Even today, I mentor people across India, students or even chartered accountants. And when it comes to mentoring, uh, women may need this mentoring, especially if they take a break. That could be a very good thing. We can make a panel of mentors and train the mentors on how to do the mentorship. That could be I that could be an adjunct to this refresher course or bridge course, as you are saying. That I think also will help women to get back quickly and with full confidence into the field which they were working earlier, even careers. They can get back to their career because that whatever 4 years, 5 years break uh, can be made up.
yeah, and if it's like certified by the institute, it has greater value. I would think
100%.
I do hope that you would get into the institute as a central council member. So wish you best of luck for that. And
Thank you.
we wish that you would spearhead something like this, because this is where when I speak to younger female chartered accountants, uh, many, in fact, it was ironical that some of them were saying, we don't want to start a family because I'm doing very well in my profession and I don't want to give it up. They're almost like talking as if taking a break would mean giving it up, which is obviously not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yes, we'd look forward to your spearheading something like this. I'm sure there are
Yeah.
so many women who'd be happy to help you with this and to structure
Yeah.
it and things like that. So I
Yeah.
look forward to that. Yeah.
Thank you, Rupa.
So,
Thanks for
yeah.
joining me in this small chat.
And it was lovely
Have a
talking to you, and best of luck again.